Hey guys, I wanted to jump on and talk to you about. I feel like it's a sensory talk, but it also has a lot to do with memory. So, hello to those of you who are on my YouTube page, which is Grace Glamour and Grit, or Miss Grace Glamour and Grit, the Miss standing for MS, and then my Facebook page, which is Awareness Month for MS. Hi, Laura. How are you doing? I was going to jump on to talk about memory and something that I have found myself doing to to maintain my memory or to remember things in general. And I just want to see if anybody else does this because this is the one that has lasted me the longest. What I do, I end up talking to myself. I talk to myself and I have done it for a little while. You've been in your feelings. Oh, is it? You say it's the worst. The memory thing is the worst, and people don't even realize that you might not have done something that you said you would do, not because you are an awful person or just didn't care about doing it, but because I literally forgot. But people don't always know that. But I talk to myself and I think I've realized that I talk to myself to remind myself the steps of something or what it is I'm supposed to do throughout the day. And I'll do it to remind myself, but I think it comes out with me talking because I need to hear it. And I've just come to that revelation. Oh, he would use it against you because you would talk to yourself. Exactly. Yes. See, thank you. I talk to myself, and that's what someone said to me one day. My former mother-in-law, she used to call me on it. She used to be like, "Are you talking to yourself?" And I used to always answer yes to anyone who would ask me, "Oh, you talk to yourself." But now I realize that it's more it's a bigger deal than just talking to ourselves because as you know, Laura, we have cognitive issues that includes memory. And oh, he uses your memory against you. Yeah, that's not cool. That's not cool. But we have cognitive issues, and each of us are going to do whatever we need to do to find a way to adjust to whatever cognitive issues are around. I believe there are some people, and I love this about everything being so different, but when I lose words, when I'm trying to find a word that I know what the word is, but I just can't figure it out. There are some people who are so good at just pausing. But for me, it's not a pause. It's a, um, well, and you can see that I'm struggling with trying to find a word. So, as far as memory is concerned, I talk to myself and and I really truly believe it's so I can hear what I'm saying because I am an auditory learner. So I'm getting even deeper on this. I am an auditory learner and a visual learner. But if I haven't written a list, then I didn't see what needs to be done. I don't know the steps I'm supposed to take. So I'm listing it and saying it out loud so I have some framework, something to go back to remind myself, oh, you did go through this. It's okay. You've gone through this. You know what you need to do. And so if I do make a list, and I showed you guys that I have these huge post-it notes, the really big ones that I post it on the wall when I make a list of things that I have to do. If I look at it. Usually I'm good enough where I could be somewhere else and I can, say, I remember that was somewhere on my list. But if I read it and look at it, then I'm even better off. You don't think your son understands that part of you trying to find your words. I can imagine how that would be difficult with a child. Um, I've never thought about that. I mean, I have nieces and nephews, and they are 3, 4, and 8. And the 8-year old, she's been around me so long that she knows Auntie just uses all these words. In fact, a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, she must have hung with you for a while because she has all these big words that she uses and she's well spoken. And now I struggle to find words and she'll be able to fill them in for me. But I don't think I've actually explained to her what goes on because you don't really see the cognitive part, which is why the cognitive is top of the list for me. That's what I can't stand. I could have problems walking, I could have problems with my gait, problems with drop foot, problems with balance. That doesn't bother me nearly as much as the cognitive does. So I just wanted to point out that we all have different ways of adjusting to what we're going through. And I'm glad Laura said that she talks to herself. And I'm even happier to come on and say, I actually think it's a learning situation. I I learn best when things are in front of me. I'm a very visual learner, more so than kinesthetic, more so than anything else. So I'm visual first and I'm auditory. If I don't have a list, like I said, if I don't have a list, I'm going to start speaking out loud, which makes it seem like I'm talking to myself. And anyone could say it's talking to yourself, but I would like to say it's reminding or making keeping in memory or I can find that word, taking in account, that's it, taking into account that I need to hear it. I need to hear it. And then I can go back and say, I remember something about, and I'll be able to remind myself without getting away too far from what it is that needs to be done. I hope that we have picked up something from this conversation that I feel like was all over the place. But from my mind, I know exactly what I was saying. And I hope, Laura, that you picked up something off of it too. But what I started off at the very top is, what is the one thing you do to help your memory? And then I mentioned memory and MS because that's a cognitive, and the fact that I'm a visual learner and auditory learner. So I speak out loud because I need to make sure that I hear it, hear what I'm thinking about, hear what I have to do later, hear the steps. Okay. But I was going to make this one a quick one. I want to go back out there and see if those kids I talk about are going to come over. They're supposed to come over and get this. One of them, she said, she's the 3-year-old. She asked her mom the other night, she said, Mama, can we spend? And what that means is, can we spend the night? But she'll just say, can we spend? And her mom mentioned, okay, maybe this weekend. So they're around the corner, and I'm excited about that. But kids like to wake up really early in the morning, and I'm not an early bird anymore. But I just wanted to jump on and let you guys, isn't that cute, Laura? She was like, can we spend? And all of us are supposed to know what she's talking about. But I wanted to jump on and talk to you about that specifically, which was the memory and the auditory and the visual and the ways that we know that we can keep up with our memories. So I will definitely see you again. And thanks for jumping on, Laura. It was nice to see you. And I will talk to you all soon. Bye.